They say if you can remember the 60s, you weren't there, but I certainly was, and I can recall them vividly. Mary Quant, the Beatles, David Bailey, Flower Power, and so much more. But now I'm lost in a haze, which some might call age. But finally, back to reality, as I say, come in, Margarita Prakatan.
Now that I've cogitated and deliberated over this mock Tudor neo-Gothic Nissen hut, let's look at the clues. The oily ring around the bath, the lavatory, an original Thomas Crapper just begging for a diner rod, and finally 3 plastic broken flying ducks. So who lives in a shithouse like this? David, it's over to you. Well, thank you very much, Lloyd. And for our home and studio audience, here's whose house it is.
Hello. Well, you've actually found me in the throne room. Sitting on it, incidentally. It's a marvellous piece of architecture designed by Thomas Crapper, as that previous chappie said. And as I sit here contemplating about life, I always think of England and obviously the famous speech before the Battle of Agincourt. It goes, my horse, my kingdom for a horse. Or should that be, my Camilla is a horse? God, if this ever gets out, it'll create the most frightful stink.
In this picture of the fallen Madonna with the big boobies, you can see her expressing herself. However, the symbolism of this famous picture is apparent, for in the background you can see a semi-naked cherubim and seraphim displaying their firm young buttocks and generally moving about. What we have here is a pluralism of values. Note how one angel appears to say, "You're my bitch." The other, with trumpet in hand and blowing in the wind, as so often depicted in Renaissance paintings, simply states, "Neff off."
Hello, my name's Michael Aspel, and I started off by reading the news at the BBC. Then came Miss World, followed by Come Dancing, but not necessarily in that order, although there were certain aspects of that I really enjoyed.
Vienna today remains an unreal city, frozen in imperial memories of Congress dancing in blossom time, while up in the Vienna woods the widow made merry with chocolate soldiers. In this last romantic city, surrounded by such bureaucracy, you search for singing choir boys on white stallions and eating chocolate cake.
Good evening. Now, as you probably know, the probe Giotto is about to have a close encounter of the third kind with Halley's Comet, and this will be very exciting indeed. I'm actually here at the Space Propulsion Center in Pasadena, where hopefully the first pictures will be received. And here they are. So we now know that the nucleus is far bigger than we ever thought it could be, and it's also far brighter. And this is very, very exciting indeed, and I just can't wait to celebrate with Professor Lovell at Joddlebank and to shake his hand vigorously. I hope I got that right.
Last year, I discovered a species I'd never seen before. The females will often forage far away to facilitate their mating. It's called shopping or going on the pull. The males, on the other hand, will spend their time at watering holes, playing with other males, and sometimes even fighting together. This can be deadly serious. However, when they meet, serious courtship can take place anywhere.